Welcome to the Deep Dive, where we take you on journeys through intriguing sources.
Oh, intriguing is right.
Today we're going deep into the world of Brian and Justin,
A rock duo from Jacksonville,
who've made a name for themselves, not just for their music
but for their outlandish claim.
and headline-grabbing antics.
Exactly.
We've got a stack of Entertainment Connection transcripts here
You know, that show.
that always seems to catch them at their most bizarre moments.
Always.
And let me tell you, these transcripts,
Yeah.
they're like a roller coaster ride
Through,
through time travel, spirit summoning, and feuds.
feuds that would make even the most dramatic reality show blush.
Get ready for some wild stories,
Oh, we've gotta.
some head-scratching moments,
For sure.
and maybe even a few laughs along the way.
I think definitely some laughs. What's fascinating about these Entertainment Connection episodes is how they capture Brian and Justin at different points in their career,
Yeah.
offering glimpses into their evolution as artists.
And dare I say, as potential masters of illusion,
Okay.
each episode adds a new layer to their story
Creating this captivating narrative.
that keeps fans
And skeptics alike.
hooked.
Okay, let's unpack this. To truly understand Brian and Justin, we need to go back to the very beginning.
Back to the beginning.
Luckily, Entertainment Connection was there
Oh, they were there.
to document their origin story.
Absolutely.
Ready when you are.
Ready.
All right, let's hear what Entertainment Connection had to say about this legendary duo. Breaking news. Brian and Justin, rock stars, time travelers, and Jacksonville's wildest legends. Tonight on Entertainment Connection, we bring you an exclusive expose on Jacksonville's most legendary rock duo, Brian and Justin. Known for their mind-bending, genre-defying music that combines the spirit of David Bowie with the sonic landscapes of Pink Floyd, these two are more than just rock stars. They're Jacksonville icons, pop culture enigmas, and the world's first certified time-traveling musical therapists. Yes, you read that right.
Time-traveling musical therapists. You think they offer insurance benefits for that?
I doubt it.
But seriously, hold on tight because it gets even wilder. The rise to fame. Brian and Justin's journey to stardom began like any epic rock tale starting local.
It always starts local.
After a chance encounter at a Jacksonville record store where they both reached for the last copy of The Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust, a musical bromance was born. Rumor has it they stood frozen, eyes locked, before simultaneously singing the entire album in perfect harmony right there in the aisle. Shoppers gathered, filming on cell phones, and within hours, they were viral stars.
Like something out of a movie.
A destined meeting over a shared passion. Even from the beginning, their story had that element of the extraordinary.
Extraordinary.
It's like everyone has that out.
Oh, absolutely.
That speaks to their soul.
Yeah.
And for Brian and Justin, that shared connection launched them into a whole other dimension. The mystical tour of 75. Despite being born well after the 70s, Brian and Justin's first world tour was dubbed the Mystical Tour of 75.
The Mystical Tour.
Why? Because halfway through their set, every concert turned into a live seance. Fans claim Brian can summon the spirits of 70s rock legends with just one chord on his guitar, while Justin harmonizes with what he insists is Freddie Mercury's ethereal falsetto. Paranormal experts were baffled. There's no logical explanation for what's happening, said one ghost specialist, who ultimately retired because Brian and Justin broke the spirit world.
Okay, now this is where things start to get really interesting.
Yeah.
Are they actually channeling spirits?
Right.
Or is this an elaborate stage show? Either way, it's a brilliant move, blurring the lines between music and the supernatural, creating this aura of mystery that draws people in.
It's like they tapped into something primal. Our fascination with the unknown, our desire to connect with something beyond ourselves. And by weaving that into their music, they create this immersive experience that goes way beyond just a concert, the time travel scandal. Of course, no rock gods are without controversy. Last year, Brian and Justin reportedly unlocked the secrets of time travel. By accident. This happened when Brian dropped his vintage 60s Stratocaster at precisely 1.21 a.m.,
1.21.
causing an unprecedented energy spike that ripped a hole in the space-time continuum. Justin was overheard screaming, "Great Scott!" as they disappeared in a flash of light.
Ah, the classic Back to the Future reference. And notice the specific time, 1:21 a.m. It's like they're dropping clues, intentionally playing with this time travel motif.
It's like they're saying, we're in on the joke, come along for the ride.
Yeah.
But the question is, how far are they willing to take this out?
Far indeed.
When they returned, they claimed to have spent the last 6 months partying with the original Pink Floyd lineup at a 1974 London club. Fans were skeptical until Brian's guitar case was found, stuffed with ticket stubs from 1970s concerts, all signed, "Wish You Were Here, Sid."
Syd Barrett himself, that's a pretty bold claim. Whether the tickets are authentic or not, they're definitely masters of creating intrigue. It's all part of their brand. The music, the mystery, the time travel, it's all intertwined.
Okay, so let's pause here for a second. We've covered their origin story, their alleged spirit summoning abilities, and now their supposed time travel escapades. It's a lot to process, right?
Yeah.
But this is just the beginning of their wild journey.
Right, and we haven't even touched on their music yet. Their sound is this incredible blend of classic rock, a touch of glam, and this underlying sense of something otherworldly. It's hard to describe, you just have to hear it.
Exactly. And we'll get into their music and how it all ties into this crazy narrative. But for now, let's take a step back and appreciate the sheer audacity of their story. These guys are playing with fire, blurring the lines between reality and fantasy. And somehow, it's working.
It's like they've created this alternate reality where anything is possible. And the question that keeps popping up for me is, are they in on the joke? Are they deliberately crafting this persona, or do they truly believe their own claims?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? And that's what makes their story so compelling. They keep us guessing, keep us entertained, and keep us coming back for more.
But before we delve further into the Brian and Justin saga,
Right.
we've got to pick up where we left off.
Yeah, we left off on a pretty big cliffhanger.
Oh, yeah, a feud.
That almost ripped the duo apart.
And the catalyst. A name.
A name.
You wouldn't believe it.
Just a single, seemingly insignificant name.
It's proof that even rock stars who might be time travelers
Maybe.
aren't immune to the drama of a good old-fashioned argument.
Nope, they are not.
Let's see how Entertainment Connection covered this bizarre chapter in their career.
Breaking news. Brian and Justin's feud erupts over forgotten name. Can Jacksonville's iconic duo survive the tension? Tonight on Entertainment Connection, we bring you the latest shocking development in the rock saga of Jacksonville's most beloved duo, Brian and Justin. Known for time-traveling antics, rock-infused seances, and galactic-level guitar solos, the two are now locked in a fierce and utterly confusing feud. The source of this sudden rift, an argument over a middle school memory involving a mysterious name. Yes, you read that right.
This is where their carefully constructed image starts to crack,
Yeah.
revealing the very human element of conflict. It's a reminder that even amidst the extraordinary claims and grand narratives, there's still two guys from Jacksonville who can get caught up in a disagreement.
And the fact that they refuse to reveal the name
Oh, it's brilliant.
just adds fuel to the fire. It's like they've turned this silly argument into a high-stakes game of who remembers it right.
Exactly. It's like they've accidentally tapped into the power of the unknown. We humans are hardwired to fill in the blanks, to create narratives, especially when we're given just enough information to spark our curiosity.
The name that sparked the rift. In what should have been an innocent stroll down memory lane, Brian casually mentioned a moment from middle school when he and Justin were sitting with a friend who scrolled through his phone contacts. The friend muttered a name, one single name. Harmless, right? But the moment Brian reminded Justin of a name, all hell broke loose.
It's fascinating how something so trivial can
Wrong.
become a symbol of something much larger. The name itself isn't important. It's what it represents, their shared past, their bond, their individual perceptions. And by refusing to reveal it, they've turned it into a source of endless speculation and fan theories.
It's like they've turned their lives into a reality show, blurring the lines between what's real and what's performance.
Absolutely. According to Brian, the name in question was clear as day. He's adamant that he remembers it exactly, even throwing in phrases like, "I was right there, man. I know what he said." But Justin wasn't having it. He fired back. "No, I remember it. The guy definitely said a different name."
The clash of two strong personalities, each convinced of their own version of the truth.
And neither is willing to back down. It's a classic power struggle, but with the added layer of their public personas, they're not just arguing with each other, they're playing to their audience, feeding the drama.
And the audience is eating it up.
Yeah.
Neither rock star will reveal exactly what the disputed name is. Fans are going wild with guesses, some claiming it's a classic name like Steve, while others speculate it's something cryptic like Xandar. Neither Brian nor Justin will budge, each doubling down on their version of events, still refusing to reveal the name.
This is where the media frenzy kicks in. Entertainment Connection knows they've struck gold with this story. It's got everything: mystery, conflict, celebrity, and the potential for a dramatic resolution. And the fans are completely invested, hanging on their every word.
Feud fallout. The world was definitely watching, tour at risk. The fallout has been monumental. Midway through their recent show in Miami, Brian took an unplanned pause between songs, giving the audience a solemn speech about trusting your own memory and making a dramatic point to stare at Justin while saying, "Some people just can't handle the truth." Justin fired back later in the show, dedicating his bass solo to those who remember things correctly, pointedly nodding in Brian's direction.
The passive-aggressive jabs the onstage tension, the media scrutiny. It's a publicity stunt masterclass, whether intentional or not.
Oh, for sure.
They're fueling the fire, keeping their names in the headlines, and all because of a name they won't even reveal.
It's like they've taken the art of the feud to a whole new level. Backstage, tensions ran high as roadies reported hearing the duo argue over lunch breaks, with exchanges like, "Brian? I don't know how you could be so wrong, Justin. I don't know how you could be so stubborn." Rumor has it they're now performing in separate green rooms, and the set list for their next tour, the world was definitely watching, may need to be split in half, with Brian and Justin each performing solo versions of their songs. Fans are begging the duo to resolve the conflict, chanting, "Say the name, say the name," during their concerts, only to be met with icy silence.
Separate green room solo performances. Are they really going to let this feud tear them apart? It seems almost too dramatic to be true. But then again, this is Brian and Justin we're talking about.
They've certainly mastered the art of keeping us on the edge of our seats. Will they break up? Will they reveal the name? Are they even actually fighting? Or is this all part of some elaborate performance art piece?
Who knows? It's anyone's guess.
Will Brian and Justin ever resolve the name feud? So can Jacksonville's most legendary duo survive a feud over a name that was uttered decades ago? With each refusing to concede, sources close to the band worry this may be the final act for Brian and Justin as a team.
The tension is palpable. Entertainment Connection leaves us hanging, wondering if this is truly the end for Brian and Justin.
But we know they're still making music together, so something must have happened.
Yeah, there's got to be more to the story.
The question is what? And how did they go from on the verge of a breakup to back together stronger than ever?
We'll have to dive into the next Entertainment Connection episode to find out.
I'm ready for the grand finale, are you?
Welcome back to the deep dive,
where the saga of Brian and Justin continues.
We left off on a cliffhanger. Will their seemingly trivial name feud spell the end for this dynamic duo?
The anticipation is killing me. Let's get right back into those Entertainment Connection archives and find out.
All right, let's hear it.
Breaking news. Brian and Justin end their epic feud over a name, and the shocking truth behind the name is finally revealed. Tonight on Entertainment Connection, we bring you the long-awaited, highly dramatic season finale of the Brian and Justin saga. After weeks of tension, cryptic on-stage shout-outs, and a fan base split down the middle, the rock world's most iconic duo has finally ended their feud.
Here it is, the moment of truth. The name that almost tore them apart. The source of so much speculation and fan frenzy.
Drum roll, please.
Yeah.
And what was the name that nearly tore their friendship apart? Brace yourselves. It was Billy.
Billy.
Yeah.
After all that build-up, all that drama, all the mystery, it's Billy.
It's almost anticlimactic.
Yeah.
But in a way, that's what makes it so perfect.
I guess so.
It highlights the absurdity of the whole situation.
Yeah.
Proving that even time-traveling rock stars can get caught up in the most ridiculous of arguments.
It's a reminder that sometimes the things we fight about the most
I know it.
are the things that matter the least.
Let's rewind and see how this whole Billy situation unfolded. The great Billy revelation. For those who missed the last few episodes, here's a recap. Brian and Justin's feud began over a seemingly trivial middle school memory. Each was convinced that a mutual friend had muttered a different name while scrolling through his phone contacts. Years ago, Brian was adamant the name was Willie. Justin, just as fiercely, insisted on Jilly. The debate grew so heated that it nearly derailed their entire tour, sent fans into a frenzy, and spawned conspiracy theories about the real name that shall not be named.
Willie, Jilly, Billy. It's like a bad game of telephone where the message gets more distorted with each retelling.
And somewhere in that distortion, their friendship got lost.
Oh, no.
But luckily, they found their way back. But after an intervention staged by their tour manager and a heartfelt 2-hour jam session, Brian and Justin revisited the memory together. And that's when it hit them. The friend hadn't said Willie or Jilly. He'd said Billy.
Ah, the power of music to heal old wounds and bring people back together. It's a classic rock and roll trope, but it works. It shows that their shared passion for music is ultimately stronger than any silly argument.
And let's be real.
Mm-hmm.
Who hasn't had a similar experience where you argue about something for ages,
Mm-hmm.
only to realize later you were both wrong? Fans were speechless. "All this drama over Billy," commented one shocked follower on Twitter. Brian took to social media to clear the air, posting a cryptic message that read, "When you know, and I now know it was Billy." Justin, not to be outdone, simply tweeted, #TeamBillyForever.
You can practically hear the collective sigh of relief from the fans.
I bet.
The tension is broken, the mystery is solved, and everyone can finally move on.
And move on they did in true Brian and Justin fashion, the aftermath, a public reunion. The duo celebrated their reconciliation with a massive reunion concert in Jacksonville's Metropolitan Park, dubbed The Billy Show. To commemorate the occasion, Brian and Justin debuted a new track titled Silly Billy, an epic 8-minute rock opera that recounts the entire feud in dramatic fashion. In a daring creative choice, each verse represents one of the potential names, with Brian singing the Willie verse, Justin belting out the Jilly verse, and the crowd erupting in cheers for the Billy chorus.
Only Brian and Justin could turn a silly argument into a full-blown rock opera. It's a testament to their creativity, their showmanship, and their ability to turn any situation into an unforgettable spectacle.
It's like they took this whole embarrassing episode and spun it into something positive, something that brought them closer to their fans. Midway through the concert, Brian took the mic and shouted, "Billy, if you're out there, thank you for bringing us back together." Fans went wild, although no one has yet identified who Billy actually is. Conspiracy theorists are convinced he's a time traveler, an alter ego, or possibly just a random guy from middle school with truly legendary timing.
Of course they had to leave us with another little mystery. Is Billy real? Is he a figment of their imagination? Or is he just some unsuspecting dude who's now forever linked to this bizarre saga?
It's the perfect Brian and Justin, ending leaving us with more questions than answers. The new era of Brian and Justin, time-traveling, feud-ending rock gods. With the feud now behind them, Brian and Justin are stronger than ever. They've announced plans for an upcoming album, Time and Names, featuring tracks inspired by their incredible journey, including Names That Matter, Eternal Middle School, and a 17-minute ballad simply titled Billy the Album's Concept. It's about memories, perspective, and the absolute absurdity of life, Brian explained in a recent interview with a wink.
It's like they've taken all the chaos, all the drama, and all the absurdity and channeled it into their music.
Yeah.
It's a brilliant way to connect with their fans on a deeper level.
For sure.
And to poke fun at themselves at the same time.
It's self-aware, it's entertaining, and it's classic Brian and Justin. In a stunning twist, they've even secured a partnership with a Jacksonville-based AI tech company to simulate alternate realities, where fans can experience the feud from both Brian's and Justin's perspectives, complete with 4D effects, Willie and Jilly side quests, and a holographic performance by Billy himself, should he ever be located.
Talk about immersive storytelling.
Wow.
They're pushing the boundaries of music and technology, blurring the lines between reality and fantasy. It's like they're inviting us to step into their world.
To experience the absurdity firsthand.
Exactly.
It's a world where time travel is possible, where spirits can be summoned, and where a name like Billy can cause a rock and roll earthquake. Final words from Brian and Justin. Let's rock into the future. As the season closes, the question on everyone's mind is, what's next for Brian and Justin? With their bond stronger than ever, they're ready to conquer new worlds, new dimensions, and maybe even new names. Look, we've been through time and space, Justin said in the closing moments of a recent interview. If we can survive Billy, we can survive anything.
It's a statement that's both humorous and profound. They've faced down a media frenzy, a fractured friendship, and the weight of their own outlandish claims.
Right.
And they've come out on the other side stronger and more united.
They've learned to laugh at themselves, to embrace the chaos, and to keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible. Brian added, "It was a name, but now it's a legend. Here's to the future, to Billy, and to all the names out there that bring people together." And with that, Brian and Justin's season finale comes to a close. What started as a mysterious middle school memory turned into one of rock's most legendary feuds, and ultimately its most epic reunion. Stay tuned, because with these two, the only certainty is that something unforgettable is just around the corner.
So what have we learned from our deep dive into the world of Brian and Justin?
Well, for starters, they're masters of creating a narrative,
Oh, yeah.
blurring the lines between reality and fantasy, keeping us constantly entertained and guessing.
They're musicians, but they're also storytellers, performance artists, and maybe even a little bit of mad scientists.
They embrace the absurd, they challenge expectations, and they never take themselves too seriously.
And most importantly, they remind us that sometimes the best stories are the ones that don't make sense. The ones that leave us with more questions than answers.
So next time you hear a Brian and Justin song, or see them trending on Twitter, remember that you're not just experiencing music, you're experiencing a carefully crafted world of their own making.
A world where anything is possible, where time travel is a casual Tuesday activity, and where a name like Billy can become a legend.
That's it for this deep dive into the world of Brian and Justin. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep your ears open for the unexpected.